Welcome to today's webinar. We appreciate you joining us, and if at any point you have questions or comments during the webinar, please feel free to ask by just typing them into the chat box, and we will answer all your questions at the end. Here's a picture, an introduction of ourselves. My name is Larry Gonzalez. I am the marketing analyst, and Andrew DiFrancesco, who will be the presenter today as the IT field analyst.
Hello, everyone.
Before we get into detail about manually restarting passwords, I'm going to give you a brief introduction of what we do here at KRS IT Consulting. Our motto is today's technology for tomorrow's challenges. We provide IT services, support, and bring value to your businesses. We are here to make your life easier by dealing with your computer issues so that you can focus your time on growing your business. Here's a list of services we offer. We offer cloud computing, disaster recovery, help desk, and online services, managed IT services, network audits, network security, remote backup services, remote monitoring management, security camera systems, systems migrations, and website development. As you can also see, we work with multiple different industries that are listed to the right. Alright, now, I'm going to pass it over to Andrew so he can begin teaching you how to manually change passwords.
Hello, everyone. First, I'm going to go over today's objectives. First objective is going to be how to not forget your passwords and the benefits of having a password you can remember. What kind of passwords to have. How to create a fun yet memorable password. How to reset your password manually in Office 365 on a Windows desktop and on a third-party website. Ask yourself, how many times a week do you find yourself forgetting a password? Oh no, I forgot my password. Or, I don't know why it isn't letting me log in. I put my password in correctly, I swear. Are very familiar phrases to us. We know it is frustrating to forget a password because we have done it ourselves. 35% of our call volume consists of password problems. We enjoy and value every call that we get from our customers, and we do enjoy helping you. But what if there was a way we could help you save time from making simple mistakes like forgetting your password? How? Coming up, we are going to share some tips with you to help you create a secure password and one that you will remember. Here's a quote I found from UrbanDictionary.com, and it reads, "Passwords, something that's better off if nobody knows about except for whomever possesses it." Our first topic we'll be covering is adding numbers to a password. A safe password should include numbers, not just letters. The numbers you pick should mean something to you, but not something too obvious like your birthday or your house number. Maybe you can pick the birthday year of a close relative or the year something really special happened, like the year you got your license. These things are easier to remember because you know them well. Next, adding symbols to passwords. Adding a symbol to your password increases the security because it is harder to guess. Let's say you've picked the password, My Dog Spot, 1994. You may want to add an exclamation point at the end, or perhaps a question mark or two if your phrase could be read as a question. For instance, who loves orange soda? Question mark, 1994. Some software or websites may have restrictions on what symbols you cannot use. For instance, Office 365, the $sign is not allowed. You may run into other similar things, but the software or website will always tell you which ones are not allowed. Follow the guidelines for each password. The longer the better when it comes to passwords, because it is less likely that someone else will guess your password. Some passwords must be minimal length, typically 6 to 20 characters or 8 to 30 characters, depending on the different site or software. Follow the guidelines for creating a password, as some software or websites will now require at least one number and one symbol, and it will also tell you which characters are not allowed. Remember that Office 365 does not allow $signs. Our next topic is where to store your passwords. Sometimes it's tempting to write down a password near your desk where you can easily access it. However, that also means that it is easily accessible to anyone who will physically be at your computer. An alternative to this is to store a computer password on your phone. Use the memo pad on your phone to store a password that you need to log into the computer at the start of your day. Chances are you will have your phone with you when you go to use your computer, and if you forgot your password, then you will have it in a safer spot than on a post-it note right there for anyone to see. Our next topic is password hints and security questions. Sometimes when you create a password, you may have the opportunity to create a password hint. Use this to help you remember your phrase by making it into an acronym. For instance, my dog Spot, 1979, exclamation, exclamation, could have a password hint of MDS, license, exclamation. To someone else, this may seem like a very arbitrary hint, but you will know exactly what it means. Some websites may have security questions. Stick to easy questions so you can remember the answer. If you put random answers, you are more likely to forget. There is usually a large variety of questions you can pick from, such as, what was the name of your high school? What is the name of your first pet? Who is your favorite actor? These are personal questions that only you would know the answer to, and they can be helpful when you need to reset your password for websites. Again, answer honestly so you won't forget. I'm now going to show you how to manually change your password in Office 365. If you want to change your password in Office 365, follow this guide. First, you will need to log into your Office 365 account using your old login information. This website, www.login.microsoftonline.com. By the way, this will change your password for all of the Microsoft Office 365 products such as Lync and Outlook, so please be careful in changing this, as you may need to enter it a few times into several different programs. On the left, I have a picture of where you will need to log in once you've gone to the website. Near the bottom, you can see in blue letters, "Can't access your account." If you click here, you will be brought to a different page where it will ask you some security questions and possibly give you an alternative as to get access to your account. Follow the steps, as this will be able to reset your password. The next steps, once you've logged in, you will want to find the gear icon in the top right-hand corner. In the drop-down menu, click Office 365 Settings. When the new screen loads, you will find a menu on the left, and you will want to select Change Your Password under the Password selection. new section will now appear on the right, and you will see a place to enter your old password as well as a place to create your new password. If you follow our guidelines in this presentation, you will be well on your way to better protection and a password that you won't soon forget. This is also a good time to update other information. If you click down here, you will be given the option to add your mobile number and a second email address. Both are a good idea because it gives you a backup way to retrieve a lost password should you forget it. Once you are done, click Save. For those using Windows, this is going to demonstrate how to manually change your password when you belong to a work group. Belonging to a work group means that there is no server at your office or workspace. You may have a network drive that everyone saves to, but this is different than a server. And each computer acts independently, and therefore you can change your own password. First and foremost, get permission from your supervisor to change your password. Your company may restrict you from doing this, and it is always a good idea to check with them first. Next, log on to your system with the password you already have. You may have been prompted before to change your password when it has expired. Your supervisor has chosen to let you have a password either indefinitely or for a certain amount of time. What we are talking about here today is different than a forced password change when it has expired. Get to the control panel, and in Windows 7 and earlier, just click the Start menu and find Control Panel. This picture here is what the control panel will look like once you've gotten to it. For those using Windows 8, you may need to go to the Charms menu, go to the search function, and type in Control Panel, and go from there. The fourth step in this is to find the category User Accounts and Family Safety. Take note, if your window looks different, you may be viewing it differently. To change to the Categories view, click the View By drop-down menu and change to the Category view, as noted, as pictured here. Once you have clicked User Accounts and Family Safety, click Change Your Windows Password. In the next menu, select Change Your Password. When that window comes up, first enter your old password, where it says Current Password. And here it is. Now finally create your new password using the guidelines we have outlined for you today. Type it again to confirm. Take note, here is an opportunity to create a password hint. When you are done, click Change Password. I'm now going to show you how to change your password in Google Gmail. For personal email, changing your password is simple. In Gmail, click your email address in the top right corner. When the menu drops down, select Account. Here's a picture taken from my Gmail account. Note, next to Privacy it says Account. From the Security tab, you can change your password and do many other things that will help you in case you have forgotten your password or if your account is compromised. You can set a recovery phone number, or if you have another email address that you can use, you can set that for password recovery. Go through each one when you have some time, as you will be very happy should you ever forget, or if you need additional verification that you are the account owner. now going to open up for some questions from some of our clients, and Larry is going to read them, and I'm going to answer them.
Alright, so thank you, Andrew, for presenting the material. We covered a lot of valuable information today. Now, here's a question from Ed. Ed would like to know, when changing my password in Office 365, will that change my passwords for all Office products?
Yes, Office 365 is an all-in-one product. The softwares individually, such as Lync or Word or Outlook, all are under the umbrella of Office 365. So if you change your password using what we've shown you today, that will then change your password for Lync, for Outlook, for all the products. And as I mentioned, you may need to do that a few times, and make sure you select to remember your information or your credentials or your password. Otherwise, you will be typing it in over and over again.
Oh, wow. Alright. Now, here's another question from Caroline. She asks, since she first created her password, she was not forced to change it. Is it a good idea to change my password, even if I still remember it?
Changing your password is a good idea. How often you do it will either be mandated by your company, or if it's a personal account, it usually will never force you to change your password. However, changing it frequently is a good idea because it increases your security. You may never change your password. However, occasionally you may find that your account has been compromised. This can happen through various ways, because there are different ways for people to get into your account if they don't have your password. And you may be prompted to change your password as a security measure.
Alright. So thank you all for your questions today.